We all love exploration, but despite the vastness of space, exploration is greatly hampered by the problem of distance. For instance, the distance between us and our nearest star, Approxima Centauri, is 40,208 billion kilometers. And this is a problem because if Elon Musk were to realize his ambition of colonizing Mars, it would take at least 5 months of space travel to get there. And that's if you left the planet at the absolute best possible time. Welcome to the Tesla News Hangout. Today, we will discuss a recent announcement made by Musk and NASA with their new light-speed engine. The problem of traveling across extensive distances is no longer a worry. So, what is a light-speed engine? How drastic will it change space travel? And how does it work? Well, let's get started. In collaboration with Elon Musk, NASA has just disclosed a groundbreaking new light-speed engine that violates the rules of physics. This is a real issue because there are effects of such a journey in space. The health of the colonizers is of the utmost importance, and the radiation prevalent in deep space may be harmful to their health. Being in space for 5 months is a lengthy period for a human for various reasons. Firstly, there is a possibility that travelers will become impotent, which is problematic for Elon's intention to establish a self-sustaining colony on the planet Mars. Aside from the dangers posed by radiation, the colonists also had to contend with the physiological effects of being exposed to low gravity. In addition, 5 months or more amid nothing is a long time to dwell in the middle of nothing, especially considering that even the most meticulously prepared plans have a chance of failing. And in addition to the various risks that he is currently facing, Musk is in a race against the clock. He is tasked with transporting an enormous quantity of supplies and life-supporting equipment before them. First explorers ever set foot on Martian soil, he plans to transport more than 1 million people in a relatively short amount of time to lay the groundwork for the new colony even more ambitiously. So Musk is working on building the most powerful rocket ever made, but he is also looking at developing a mode of transportation that is far faster. But what other options does Elon Musk have available to him when it comes to locating a super-fast means of transportation that will assist him in realizing his goal of colonizing Mars? Well, this time, NASA could have the answer to this mystery. And on many occasions, Musk has collaborated with the space agency. For instance, one of Musk's companies has been responsible for transporting goods and crew members to the International Space Station. So it should not surprise that Elon Musk and NASA are collaborating on a strategy to make travel across space incredibly rapid by utilizing the light-speed engine. Actually, the new light-speed engine will be super fast, but it will also not require gasoline as fuel. Fascinating, right? Wait until you hear everything, since all notions involving the lack of fuel are new. So now, meet the winding engine, a brand new light-speed engine that can travel faster than the speed of light. It can travel at an incredible speed of 300 million meters per second. So, how quickly will this take to reach the moon, which is approximately 240,000 miles away? Well, it would only take 1.3 seconds to complete. Even more fascinating, according to the estimations, Elon Musk's colonists will have a travel time of around 12.5 minutes to reach Mars. In addition, the journey from Earth to Neptune, which spans a distance of 2.7 billion miles, requires around 4 hours to complete. For instance, instead of taking thousands of years to get to a Centauri Proxima, a winding engine may complete the journey in only 4 years. Even while this is still a considerable period, there is a much better chance of success now that we have the helical speed engine. In mind-boggling research published on NASA's website, an employee working at the NASA Marshall Space Flight Center in Alabama named Dr. Burns proposed the idea. He hypothesized that a satellite station might be kept operational for an extended time using an in-space engine that would not require refueling. It might also be used to speed up spaceships to speeds that are close to the speed of light to travel greater lengths across intergalactic distances. The wacky idea that Dr. Burns had is rather revolutionary, since it does away with the requirement for rocket fuel, a problem that has hampered space travel for decades. For rockets like those used by NASA and SpaceX to reach Mars and beyond, for instance, enormous volumes of propellants like liquid hydrogen need to be stored in advance. To make matters even more difficult, the heavier your vessel grows, the greater the required amount of fuel. But on the other hand, the helical engine employs high-tech particle accelerators, such as those used in Europe's enormous Hadron Collider, to avoid the weight and bulk of existing fuel tanks. This makes helical engines perfect for interstellar travel since they are more compact and lighter. Electromagnets help speed up the reigniting minuscule particles, which are subsequently reignited after being expelled back into the engine. In another way, the engine capitalizes on the fact that mass moves at the same speed as light. This might be explained by Dr. Burns's concept of a ring inside the box that is connected to either end by a spring. When you spring the ring, you demonstrate that every action must have an equal and opposite response in line with the principles of motion developed by Newton. So, rings that make it to the bottom of the box will rebound in the other way, and the recoil direction of the box will also switch. On the other hand, if the box and the ring are moving at the speed of light, the equations are altered. According to the theory of relativity developed by Albert Einstein, the ring's mass will increase as it gets closer and closer to the opening of the box. This causes it to go forward faster and deliver a more powerful blow when it reaches the end of the box. He says that his invention can generate a force up to 99 times greater than the speed of light without dismissing Einstein's theory of relativity. But even if it goes against Newton's law of motion, it doesn't matter to us as long as we get it to our destination on time, right? According to Dr. Burns's calculations, the device would require a length of 650 feet and a width of 40 feet to function properly. In addition, the production of 1 Newton of thrust, which is the equivalent of a power station, would need 165 megawatts of electricity. This is the amount of power required to accelerate 1 kilogram of mass per second squared. And the upside is that there is no need to worry about friction when using the engine in space because it functions in a vacuum. However, before you hop into the helical engine, you need to understand what it's like to travel at the speed of light. The more quickly you move against the light, the more distorted your vision. Everything behind you would go pitch black and time would seem to move at a snail's pace, with clocks appearing to grind to a standstill and planets appearing to stop rotating behind you. Your peripheral vision will most likely be filled with flashes of light from the sides and multiple bands of color and light approaching at a much quicker rate than is typical. But the bottom line is if we can go to the depths of space, does anything else matter? And that's it for today's video. Thanks for your time and attention. What do you think about the helical engine? Will it be possible to make? Please leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel Tesla News Hangout, where we talk about Tesla and electric vehicles. While you're at it, hit the bell so you never miss any of our videos, as more exciting ones like this are on the way. I'll see you at the next one.